Good morning, courageous ones, most beautiful souls ever created. Each one of us, in the Spirit's eyes, there's only you. It only has eyes on you. And it's never too late. It's never too late to put our eyes on the prize. This morning is that kind of morning where a beautiful experience is in store for us if you so have the trust and the faith and are not a doubting Thomas. Right? So I'm going to start with some words from Yogananda, and I made it into a song. Okay, all is God aboard, says Narayan Ji. Beautiful, right? All aboard the Gita Express to the infinite bliss on manifest. Oh man, we have no idea what's in store for us. And behind the closed the darkness of closed eyes, says Yogananda, you have no idea what there is in store for us. So let's just feel the meaning of these words and uh, and just feel that undying devotion which this song sings about, speaks about. O thou great lover, O thou great lover, thou art life, thou art the goal, thou art my desire. Deliver me from thy Maya of delusion. Tempt me with your presence instead. Deliver me from thy Maya of delusion. Tempt me with your presence instead. Beloved Lord, fill our hearts. Beloved Lord, fill our hearts with undying devotion to thee alone. With undying devotion, undying devotion, undying devotion to thee alone, to thee alone. You know, the Bible says that God is a jealous God. I'm the Lord your God. And it goes on then to say, I am a jealous God. Do not have any other false gods before me. And before us, usually, all day long, there is the false God of thinking our thoughts are real. As long as we believe in our thoughts and follow our thoughts and be dictated to by our thoughts, we're in a heap of delusion. But when we can witness the thoughts, we can find our way out. When we can witness the thought as being as unreal as anything can be, even the most beautiful thought. But I'm not knocking beautiful thoughts at all, because we have to have those stepping stones of beautiful, positive thoughts and ideals and truthisms as possible, right? Until we can jump off into the no mind land, into the ever increasing new joy land, huh? The freedom land. Yeah. So let's just think in terms of that. Well, I'm just going to read you the first sentence of today's commentary by Paramahansa Yogananda, which, by the way, and I've mentioned this before, but not very often because I don't really know for sure. But it was said that in the inner circles of SRF, the monks and nuns, that Arjuna was Paramahansa Yogananda. Makes sense, doesn't it? To have a commentary like this one that he is Arjuna, huh? Right? And guess what? So are we. We are the ideal, we are striving to be ideal devotees. That's with undying devotion to thee alone. Why? Because everything else is unreal. Everything else is fleeting change, right? And it's scary, fleeting change, because you just, one thing humans just stick to like glue is the certainty of even the delusion that they're in, but they just want the certainty that it's every day. So things don't change, right? So we have to kind of get over that one and get into the unknownness that first step of AA, or first few is just all about I have to hand over my life to you, Lord, because I cannot handle one thing of this earth life. I am not good at it. And it is meant for us not to be good at it, so we lean on him or her, the cosmic mother, right? So there's only one focus to have. It's so simple. There's only one desire to keep lit in our hearts, and that's the desire for undying devotion to thee alone, so that we can be single-hearted, single-minded, and just have a ball here in this cosmic cinema of who knows what's going to happen today, entertainment today, so we can enjoy it and not be freaked out by it. All right. So this is page 827. This is still chapter 11. We're almost coming to the inline of chapter 11. We had the vision of visions last week, which I hope that you all enjoyed very much, and that you are now getting a little more acceptance and embracing and loving what is under your belt, right? Because it's all is God. All is God is the name of this stream this morning. It's going to be some words that Yogananda uses, that God is all. That God is all. How simple can truth be? God is all. Can you feel your feelings right now? God are those feelings. Can you feel your body, whatever it's saying to you right now? God is your body. Can you witness your thoughts rather than be in a thought right now? It's still God thoughts, thoughttrons. He says there's lifetrons too, and there's blisstrons too in your causal body. All right, but all of it, God is all. So on this page 827, and we are on verses 15 to 34. Believe it or not, we're on a roll. The Lord. Let's just get this one in. Let's just focus on this one line. Could save your, you know what? Could bring you into a new level of leveling up. It can bring you into a state of consciousness today that the last thing you thought when you woke up in the morning, if you could wake up, yeah, and that you didn't think you were even aware of. But maybe God is going to give us an insight. I mean, look what he just did to Arjuna, and we are the ideal devotee like Arjuna, right? So, gosh, come on, let's just hope. Let's don't not doubt that we have infinite potential, and the only certainty is that potential, not the certainty that this world brings, but what our soul can bring us. All right, the Lord is the sole reality. Bingo. You want to debate this? Do you want to talk about this? Do you want to then go into a few excuses why you're not focusing 100% in undying devotion on the Lord today? Huh? The Lord is the sole reality. The cosmic drama is his dream. One time Yogananda said the greatest wisdom we could have is to know that this life is a dream. Right? Can I read this first sentence again? You know, I saw a video clip that one of the meditation groups of Paramahansa Yogananda somewhere in Europe posted a little audio of him, and they had pictures of him as well, live footage of him, and it seemed like he was saying those exact words, but who knows, right? But it just hit me so strong that when Yogananda talked, he never minced his words. He never backed down from the truth. That's why he's a great avatar. He'd say it just like it is. People, this is not your home. This is a dream delusion. He'd come right out and say it. He wasn't saying, well, you got to drop down to their level. He knows all about that level. He was in that level, and he's a master of that level. And now he's saying, come on, you aren't that. Period. Let's just keep moving along. Let's just keep forward motion. Let's keep growing leaps and bounds in consciousness. Come on, folks. And I just couldn't believe it that he's just so straightforward. But isn't that truth? And he's not afraid to say it. And he's not afraid to live it. He's not afraid to have every feeling, every thought be morphed into the bliss of God and spirit. He's not afraid to say, this world is a toy show, leave it alone, right? Or if it's like being in a candy store, but don't touch the candy, right? And things like that, that people would say, that so these are absolute statements. He can't make absolute statements. Oh yeah, he can't, you can't, right? To yourself all day long. This first sentence, the Lord is the sole reality. The cosmic drama is his dream. Got it? The Lord is the sole reality. The cosmic drama is his dream. Got it? You know, you would have it if you weren't resisting right now and saying, hey, why don't you shut up, man, and let's just see what else he has to say. You know, what that's our punishment. We got to hear the truth over and over again until we go, okay, I surrender. I surrender. I believe. I'm a believer. Next sentence. The value of all dualities, the value, if you want to know what value is in your thoughts about this world and thoughts about so and so and thoughts about yourself and thoughts about what's going to happen later today when we leave the present moment, the eternal now loving present, what can happen today. Really, the mind loves to go to that stuff. The value of all that stuff, though, the dualities, is relative to their end result. Where does that stuff lead us? You know, most people will talk about problems all day long. And most of those problems, if not all of those problems, are just in their head. Do you think we're living in a little insane asylum of some kind here? It'd be a great Alfred Hitchcock movie, right? Or a Twilight Zone? Yeah, right? If we just look at the end result of our thinking, you know, dead end, we'll be dead in the end, right? That's another thing we're very short-sighted on. Yogananda is going to talk about that right here, right now. The hue, H-U-E, the hue and cry of mortals is because their consciousness is short-sighted, really short-sighted, because it's me. It's about me and how I'm feeling today. It's about me and what my sibling or a friend called me today and left a message, or the IRS called and left me a message. It's all about thinking about, oh my God, right? But not the, oh my God, I love you, but the, oh my God, now what kind of mess am I in? So we're a bit short-sighted, forgetful of the causes. The causes. How did we get here? What sustains us now? What is the nature of the breath? Where does it come from? What is a heartbeat, you know? How's the blood flow? Just all the common things. Another day in paradise if we have the consciousness for that. If not, another day in hell. Just being the same way without any kind of forward updraft, right? Now, going upstream, Yogananda said, there's no value in life unless you're fighting the fight and going upstream against all those sense temptations. Deliver me from thy maya of delusion, Lord, and give me an angle on something to do. Give me a little boost, just a little tweak of something, so that I can be thinking differently, if at all. And maybe I'm just loving for longer periods than ever before today, right? Maybe I'm just living this present moment, whatever it is, right? Well, one of my doodles been throwing up middle of the night. I'm going, oh no, and it's I'm just, and then every day I'm on we have a great little thing that picks up the stuff and cleans the floor and cleans the carpet and everything. But oh my God, there's always something. There's always, but what a great opportunity this is to really be in the details of lovingness. What a great opportunity. If when you see something that, oh God, here it goes again, kind of thing. I mean, I'm getting really tired of this kind of thing. You flip it around. It's all about mindset. If you flip your mind over to say, this is the greatest opportunity I have. You know what when you get the no answer for whatever, or you have a desire and it gets frustrated, but no, a new expression for that is new opportunity, new opportunity to, love the little things. What if we really did just perfect that one practice, that just being in this one thing, we put all our love in it, said the hell with everything else, right? I am just doing this now. Why would I be thinking of something else when I'm just doing this? Why don't I put my just check it out and see what kind of energy comes in. See what kind of updraft you get immediately, right? Because we want to keep our mind, heart, soul, everything riveted on truth. After we get through with this chapter 11 and we go to chapter 12, you're going to see almost endless verses that say, fix your heart on me, fix your mind on me, make me your only goal, right? Oh, thou great lover, thou art life, thou art the goal, thou art my desire, right? Yeah, you're not going to believe after this vision of visions, and then even Arjuna having an after kind of introspection about what he just saw, right? You're going to hear some amazing stuff there. That then the Gita goes on. It's all about bhakti yoga. It's all about love. Chapter 12, my favorite chapter of this whole Gita. Chapter 12, bhakti yoga, union with the infinite through bhakti yoga, through love. All right. The hue and cry of mortals is because our consciousness is short-sighted, forgetful of causes, and ignorant of the ultimate consummation. I don't know. Did you see that thing I posted that was up on my Facebook stream? So much stuff up there, but I post everything that I think that gets me, so I don't care. It's very interesting. It's better than maybe watching Netflix every night, right? Where you can go and just get some inspiration. But I put something up there not long ago, and it was a picture of a woman that she laying on the ground, and then her spirit was lifting up. And it was just another reminder, another one of those things. When you die, don't worry about it. Right? But just a few lines. When you die, don't worry about your body. Your relatives will do whatever is necessary according. See, this is how you kind of remember about these what we just said about the consummation of life, that we are totally ignorant of the consummation, that we are like an hourglass and it's running out, right? It's getting lower and lower and lower and lower right now. So yeah, so we're ignorant of the ultimate consummation. So that's why I'm just kind of giving you a few lines of this thing, just in case you had forgotten about the consummation, the final consummation. Your relatives will do whatever is necessary according to their possibilities once the body is just there and the spirit is gone. They will take your clothes off, wash you, dress you, take you out of your house, and take you to your new address. Many will come to your funeral to say goodbye. Some will cancel commitments and even miss work to go to your funeral. Your belongings, even what you didn't like to lend, will be sold, given away, or burned. Your keys, your tools, your books, your shoes, your clothes, and rest assured that the world will not stop to cry for you. The economy will continue. In your job, you will be replaced. Someone will, with the same or better capabilities, will take your place. Your assets will go to your heirs, and do not doubt that you will continue to be cited, judged, questioned, and criticized for the small and great things you did in life. I don't know, man. I just love perspective. I like tweaks. I like things to just shift me out of anything that is ordinarily human conditioning, right? Isn't that the whole reason why we're here, is to change from human to divine, just be great alchemists, right? Your sincere friends will cry for a few hours or a few days, but then they will return to laughter. The friends who pulled you to parting will forget about you the fastest. Your animals will get used to the new owner. Your photos will hang on the wall or remain on a piece of furniture for a while, but then perhaps they will be stored at the bottom of a drawer. And we will only live in the memory of those who loved us. Someone else will sit on your couch and eat at your table. The deep pain in your house will last a week, two, a month, two, or a year or two. Then you will be added to the memories, and then your story is over. It ended up among people, it ended up here, it ended up in this world. But begin your story in your new reality, in your life after death, your life where you couldn't move with the things from here because you left. When you left, they lost their value, such as body, beauty, appearance, last name, comfort, credit, state position, bank account, home, car, profession, titles, diplomas, medals, trophies, friends, places, spouses, family. In your new life, you'll only need your spirit. That's what we want today. It's a new life today. It's a new day. It's a new beginning, right? Just these basic things. In your new life, you only need your spirit and the value you have accumulated here. Spiritual awakenings will be the only fortune you will have there in the afterlife. That fortune is the only one you will take with you, and it is amassed during the time you are here. Hopefully, it's amassed. When you live a life of love for others and peace with your neighbors, you are amassing your spiritual fortune. That's why try to live fully and be happy while you're here, because from here you won't take what you have. You'll only take what you gave selflessly, humbly, with all your devotion and all your love, no strings attached. So I thought that would be a good place just to kind of support those words of Yogananda, where he's saying that mortals, the hue and cry of mortals is because their consciousness is short-sighted, forgetful of causes, and ignorant of the ultimate consummation. How can we forget that? Oh, easy. It's the Maya. Don't worry about that. Bobbing head dolls, come right back to your truthism. Come right back to this present moment. Come right back to doing this one thing with great love, period. That's all you have to do. One thing at a time. Let everything else go. Let the unreality go. Let the toy show go on doing its thing today. Let it be. God, it's just a doing here, isn't it? Do, 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 do. Always got to go on the go. Clean the house, mow the lawn. Go, go, go. Brush your teeth morning, night. Brush your teeth morning, night, right? Take a shower every day, every day. What? Right? Walk the dogs. You can make a nice little list yourself about the things that we do every single cotton picking day. And hopefully not with the old consciousness, all right? It's fine to do all that stuff, but with the new consciousness, the ever newness of spirit, and really things of value, those beautiful, thinking of others, loving yourself like crazy good, right? Being patient, being kind, being. Let's be. Let's be. Beingness is being nice, right? To yourself and to everyone. And just this love, 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 till it hurts no more. So Arjuna's vision represents the operation of the great cosmic law as seen not from the point of view of creatures. God, everything's from the point of view of our limited understanding. That's all false. It's all false. The thoughts are all false. Anything you're thinking about is false. And yet we're so damn sure about it, or we're hypnotized into believing it and leaving it alone and not really getting down to why we're here, right? The Lord is the sole reality. God is all. Not seen from the view of creatures, this cosmic law, and this cosmic operation of the Great Spirit, but from that of the Lord himself. His design is beyond finite questioning and justification. No need for questions anymore. No need to justify yourself. No need to defend yourself. Let it go. Let it all go. The only thing that's real is the spirit in you, in everyone, and everything. God is all. Let's really rivet on this, because you're going to get a bunch of verses that is going to remind us of this when we go to chapter 12. Bhakti Yoga, love. Come back to love, bobbing head dolls. Come back to this moment right here. Put your whole heart right into this moment as you're listening. Put your whole heart into it. Come on, don't listen the old way. Listen from your heart. Listen for the what's being said as the energy behind the words, right? And these words are coming from Yogananda, who possibly was Arjuna. So couldn't be better for us. We couldn't have a higher path, a higher practice, a higher wisdom download. I don't think. I couldn't find one, and I was a religious studies major, except through Yogananda because of his love. To the Lord, the destruction of life is not an absence of benignity. It's not an action to make people just suffer and fear, right? And loss. The destruction of life is not an absence of benignity, nor the giving of life a presence of it. Here's the reality again. Here's the reality. Anyone into truth, total truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. The reality is that life and death and all experiences envelop therein. All our experiences. That life and death and all experiences enveloped therein are mere forms of change. And that what people are certainly wanting to be certain about is that this thing doesn't change. Even in abusive relationships, it's still better to have certainty that I at least have someone here, right? And I'm not alone. So they stick it out. Or a job that they just don't like, and if it's too afraid to move forward or break out and try something that they love to do, right? Something like that. And we get stuck. We're afraid of change. The only good quote with change in it, one of them is Wayne Dyer. If you change the way you look at things, that which you look at will change. This is our projection, what we see out in the world. So it's this constant paradigm shift, this mindset that we just gained, the greatest tool in this transmutation idea, that we transmute every physical, worldly thing, thoughts, feelings, events, tragedies, uh, uh, very fleeting sports highs, and on, that all this is just forms of change, varying according to his cosmic law and leading the cosmos with all its individuals. And why the change? Because everything is progressively morphing or loftier stages of unfoldment. So you have a change, you leave the body. Well, hopefully you have an okay residence wherever you ended up, but it all depends on how you live your life here, right? And you come back and you start over from the high of last life, and having conquered a few habits, maybe a lot of habits, maybe none, but you're on the brink of conquering some more, and then the thoughts that you decide finally, I'm not going to have thoughts lead me and direct me and dictate to me, right? I'm going to witness them and then come back to the heart, come back to this undying devotion for thee alone, come back to the truth, the only truth in this moment, Lord, in just this breath, in this moment, in my heart with my beloved. Every human being is expected to do his duty with non-attachment. What's our duty? What would you say is your duty? What's your first duty? What's heavy duty? Right? I dreamt and saw that life was duty and woke to see that life was beauty. Right? But what is your duty? What is the divine duty that he's talking about? Every human being is expected to do his duty with detachment and with the consciousness that he is not a hapless victim, but an intelligent agent of the one infinite being, an intelligent agent. There's so much going down by AI, and I've been just thinking every day now for a little while. I got to make a nice acronym for that. And it came to me, the one I'm using now for AI is absolute intelligence, soul intelligence, absolute intelligence, AI. We got to outwit the robots, you know that. We're not a robot. We're not a hapless victim, my dears. We're not stuck. That's just a real stuck belief, to believe you're stuck, right? And if we're not moving forward and upward and just growing and having a little bit of more happiness every day and a little more peace of mind today and a little more self-control today, well, we're going to kind of be doing the same old thing that we did last time towards the end of our life, be afraid of death and what's going to happen next. And we'll probably end up in a okay kind of place on the other side, depending on your heart and that alone, depending on your loving and that alone and your unselfishness. right? Including others. And you're dreaming of the quantum field, man. In the field where Rumi and Hafiz is. Come join me there, beyond right and wrong. That's where we have our party. So we're not a hapless victim, but an intelligent agent of the one infinite being. Man and woman begins to reestablish. So, we're on a quest of rediscovering our soul magnificence. You know that, don't you? We're on a quest to dig deeper every day into ourselves and to light up that heart center and to really, really be the best bobbing head doll you've ever been. Just come back, come back, come back, come back, come back into your heart and have a little love exchange between you and the beloved, the divine indweller inside the heart, or the sacred heart of Jesus, right? You have a sacred heart. Roses are red, violets are blue. Jesus is Christ, and so are you. So we begin to reestablish our innate divine nature. Good job, soul rebels. First, by perceiving. So here's number one. First, by perceiving and honoring the Creator in the goodness, beauty, and harmony in his embryons, in his environment, in her environment. That's a quite a good task. That's quite a big duty to perfect, isn't it? That we are going to see in our environment, in our little small circle, in our little small pond, right? That we're very used to, and we're certainly wanting to maintain something that we're used to and very afraid to make a change, so to speak, generally, right? Is the goodness, beauty, and harmony where you are right now. The goodness, beauty, and harmony where you are right now, starting with yourself. You might sit in your meditation chair and do the flawless mirror thing, just in your intuitive imagination, have another chair there. You don't have to put one there. And then see yourself, that you are looking into yourself. And then arouse as much love as you can, compassion as you can, and just let it fill your own being. And then let that bubble start expanding to you as this reflection, right? And then keep expanding it to those loved ones, to the things that are conditioning you every day, whether they're thought forms, their emotions, they're just the physical presence of, or whatever. And then include that compassion, which turns into unconditional love. Include them in this bubble until you can enlarge it, and it's just the whole globe. You're just embracing the whole globe with the love your soul is capable of. Dig for soul magnificence. Dig for it. Dig for it. You're here to recover. Just like he said that we're here not hapless victims, but intelligent agents of the one infinite being. So if we want to reestablish or rediscover our innate divine nature or soul, first we must perceive and honor the Creator in the goodness, beauty, and harmony right where we're at, in our embryons, in our environments. As his and her understanding penetrates deeper into the core of all manifestations, vision of visions, she or he recognizes an inexplicable, not, you can't use words to describe it. Something, capital S, an inexplicable something. Are you looking today for the inexplicable something as your source and essence? This inexplicable something, invisible, intangible, all-pervading spirit. Oh, all-pervading spirit. Oh, all-pervading spirit. The breeze of your inspiration. Poem from Yogananda. Has banished all clouds. The firmament of my mind is clear. With purified eyes, I behold everywhere, everywhere, only thee. I behold everywhere only thee. The sunshine of your joy penetrates to the innermost depths of my being. And with the hunger, with the hunger of ages, I feed upon thy light. I feed upon thy light. I feed upon thy light by thy grace and by my constant watchfulness. May this bliss be mine forever and ever. That kind of quest, that kind of longing, that kind of focus right there. O all pervading spirit, the breeze of thine inspiration has banished all clouds from the firmament of my mind. You know what I'm saying? And may this bliss be mine forever and forever. The sunshine of thy joy penetrates to the deepest part of my soul, showing me thy light. And then I start feeling the hunger of ages to feed upon your light, Lord. So we start with the goodness, beauty, and harmony at home and with us, right? In our neighborhoods, in our cities, in our states, and so on. And as our understanding penetrates deeper into the core of all manifestations, O all pervading spirit, we recognize an inexplicable something. Be looking for the inexplicable something today, my dears. Cameo appearances from the divine indweller. Cameo appearances. Oh yeah, it's in drag in the animals and in the stones and in the stars and in people and all these fishes and everything else. Yeah, but that's where it gets fun, like a treasure hunt, you know? Can you see the light in everyone and everything? Can you see the joy? Can you see the one beloved, right? That Hafiz talks about. Mm-hmm. Oh, divine friend. Right? I want to see you in everyone. Hello, beloved. I'm so glad to see you. Inexplicable something as their source and essence. Having glimpsed the heart of reality. Having glimpsed the heart of reality. God, how many even considering that one today? The heart of reality. God, wouldn't you rather be, by thy grace and by my constant wakefulness, may this bliss be mine? Wouldn't you rather be focusing on the heart of reality today than anything else? We started with the sentence, the Lord is the sole reality. Not saying happiness is sole reality. Infinite love, unconditional love is the sole reality. Having glimpsed the heart of reality, we begin to intuit the summum bonum of truth. What? So start recognizing in everything, every object, every person, everything, every tree, every stone, you know, dog droppings, bird droppings, everything. And just say, God is all, God is all, God is all. Look at this. Now we can enjoy the cosmic cinema, right? This is great entertainment. There's always something going on, man, right inside your own mind. Oh God, yeah, right. Hopefully that's gonna find another route into the heart, and that you have cloistered that mind in your heart of love, right? It's much more fun. But having glimpsed the heart of reality, this inexplicable something, we intuit the summum bonum of truth. That, you want to know the summum bonum, Latin for the sum total, right? The summum bonum of truth, the only truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God, is God is all. Great mantra. Real good for breathing with the breath. God is all. you, my Lord, or just you. You, Diamond, our long meditations when she used to lead them for all the monks and nuns at Christmas time, the 8 hour meditation, there would be inevitably a time in the meditation where you can hear her whispering because they kept the mic on. As we meditated, her mic, and you hear her say, you, you, you. She'd go on and on. Just that one word, you, 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 in ecstasy. She was gone, completely disappeared. God is all. God is all. Even the contrasts that seemingly do not declare him. God, that's a hard one, isn't it? When we see the junk, when we see a person getting ripped off, we see somebody with a gun pointed at another person, right? Or whatever, whatever. Are you thinking that seeming that is God is all? Can you say God is all? Can you be entertained? Not that you want that to happen. People need to learn to behave and all that stuff. That's common sense. But do you have the guts? Do you have the courage? Do you have the strength that even find some happiness inside you, knowing that they're going through exactly what they need to go through? That it's just change that is really morphing things to a higher level of existence, right? The body is left behind, but the spirit lives on and on and on and on. Like in the song for the Titanic movie, love will go on, right? Even the contrasts that seemingly do not declare him. And this is a good analogy to remember about this, okay? Just as no image in a dream. So if you had a dream last night or remember a dream, neither the beautiful nor the nightmarish dream. So don't go justifying or finding, good dream, bad dream kind of thing. No, let's just anything and everything goes now. It's nice and simple. God is the only reality, right? Even the contrasts that seemingly do not declare him, just as no image in a dream, neither the beautiful nor the nightmarish, may be disassociated from the dreamer, right? Don't you love wisdom? Right? You dream a voracious dream. Maybe you got a little nightmare going, then maybe something funny, and then maybe something that is a work related thing. You go, God, I'm late for work. I'm going to oversleep. And you're dreaming it, right? But all of that is the same dreamer. It's you. It's you. Still, such an inclusive concept, though, when we talk about God is all. Such an inclusive concept defies even the expanded scope of the devotee's understanding. It's hard. It's still hard. It's still hard because of this Maya delusion that we're in. But remember, this dealer of hearts, he's removing that Maya from your heart, right? He's giving you the purified devotion. That means it's the pure state. It's the pure stuff, just like you were dealing in drugs. But this is the drug of bliss. This is the drug of happiness, true. This is the drug of truth, right? So even the expanded scope of the devotee's understanding, like Arjuna, he hears the words that portray the omnific one, but without the experience of cosmic consciousness to which he may relate them, they lack reality. So yeah, we don't have a vision. Yes, we still are twiddling, restless in our meditations. Yes, we still have a lot of fear about almost everything, right? We still are dreading death. We still can't even imagine leaving this familiar setting that I'm in right now and having this mindset that I'm in right now and having my foods and the daily routine, right? It's certain. It's certain. That's what people are erroneously seeking, the certainty of this world of change. The only certainty is to look within. The only certainty is to grab the hand of God and don't let go, right? God is all. Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, arduous is the path to the absolute for embodied beings. Arduous is the path to the absolute for embodied beings. What mortal faculty may know the unknown? What mortal faculty may know the unknowable? Or perceive the imperceptible? What mortal faculty do you have that can do that? Right? It is less difficult for man to conceive of a personal, immanent God. Personal. That Ishta, that personalized, the one that you love to adore and to worship, because part of the stealer of hearts, when he removes the Maya, then you are given this purified devotion that worships with the great worshipers, you know, just this heart lovers, just total awakening to one reality, and just keeping their concentration through God's grace and your effort to get that grace. Constant, constant, constant concentration, undeviating concentration and devotion. It is less difficult for man and woman to conceive of a personal immanent God who has dreamed himself into this universe of definite forms. So God has dreamed himself into all the different forms. The worship of God as personal in one of his many aspects, or as represented by his divine emissaries, such as Krishna or Christ, who instruct and intercede on behalf of every humanity, is easy and beneficial. So he's recommending that we do the personal approach rather than this absolute beyond, unmanifested kind of infinite spirit, transcendental, absolute kind of thing, and go for the personal. He says that it's easy and beneficial to turn to a Christ or a Krishna, someone who had a form, and even necessary for the beginner. The Lord is interested, though, in the devotee's genuine devotion to him with undying devotion, undying devotion, undying devotion to thee alone, to thee alone. The Lord is interested in the devotee's genuine devotion to him, no matter what true concept formulates the worship. True concept formulates the worship. Worship any way you want to, but just choose a true concept. And if you don't know what a true concept is, just follow Yogananda's concepts. All right. Follow the teachers, the gurus' concepts. All right. That's what I've done. That's all I've had. That is the only certainty I have. And it was uncertain that I could even want that. It was uncertain whether I could just day after day feel nothing in meditation, feel just depressed during the day, right? Because I get my little wants met, my little mortal desires met, right? But the only thing I had was this truth concepts of Yogananda, and I still do. And then more that you make them your own, the more that you completely live by them and get an integrity and alignment with yourself. So you really do have no more serious energy leaks with the DDSs, the deep dark secrets that we all hold within and think we're getting away with, right? That somehow God doesn't know. All right. So the Lord is interested in the devotee's genuine devotion to him, no matter what true concept formulates the worship. But just remember a true concept. And if you don't know for sure, take the Guru's concepts. The devotee who realizes the personal God in a form will eventually realize him as the omnipresent, formless infinite. Eventually, we'll be in the formless infinite, and we'll go. Why is it taking me so long to get here? This is it. This is the ecstasy, right? In the formless, infinite, transcendental, absolute bliss, ongoing, ever new bliss. Yeah, I think we'd be okay there, don't you? Do you? Or is it scary to think those thoughts? I mean, look at how your energy goes out to the thinking and your planning today, and whatever else goes through the mind today, right? We're just in the now of today. If you saw a printout at the end of the day, would there be much value in those dualities? Probably that we were engrossed in, or we were thinking about. But if you have a truthism that you decided, I'm going to only focus on reality, only on this truth, you will see that you have completely radically changed, but not in the change of being afraid of what's the change is, but the real true change from human to divine, from being stuck in a erroneous train wreck of thoughts to being muy contento in the corazon, the heart, with the divine indweller there, right? As you love me, I love you more. As you love me, I love you more. The devotee who realizes a personal God in the form will eventually realize him as the omnipresent, formless, infinite. Good advice, would you say, the Guru's given us this morning? We're going to actually finish these verses 13 or 15 to 34, but we're not going to go all the way. We're just probably going to finish 15, all right? Arjuna, with the frontal vision of two physical eyes, saw his divine Guru Krishna standing before him on the field of Kurukshetra. He saw with his physical eyes. Sri Krishna then opened the all-seeing spiritual eye of Arjuna. See, it's not us that does anything here. We just got to have the devotion, man, and the humility and surrender, and to be happy, because happiness is who's what spirit is, right? And not to be happy is an insult to the divine, right? So it's the Guru who opens up that spiritual eye, like Krishna did for Arjuna. Being at one with the cosmic consciousness of spirit, Krishna transferred his omnipresent vision to Arjuna. Oh, Guru Dev, when are you going to transfer just a little bit of your love? All I really need is just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord. Just a little bit of your love, my sweet Lord, right? Why not? Why not? Why not? This is the kind of track, this is the kind of one focus beingness that we want to have, right? Krishna transferred his omnipresent vision to Arjuna, whose spiritual advancement had now prepared him to receive the awakening touch. Will one day get the touch of the Guru's touch, of his omnipresent consciousness, the same state he is in, that Christ is in, that Krishna is in, that God is, same state. Awakening touch of the Guru's bestowal of God realization. Is it worth it to you to really, really honor this Guru-disciple relationship you are in? Would you say that has the highest value of any value? One who's going to lead us from darkness to light, from restlessness to peace, from the unreal to the real, and from death to immortality, huh? It was then that Arjuna beheld the very form of Krishna metamorphosed into the omnipotent image of the oneness of Krishna's consciousness with the infinite. It became an omnipotent image. Really? An image that's omnipotent? Of the oneness of Krishna's consciousness with the infinite, and he transferred that to Arjuna. See what our minds do, because you think that's so far out there, that we are so not ready for that we won't be ready in this life, we're too far gone. Kids, it is never too late. It is never too late to get an iron grip on the thought system of your brains, right? It's never too late to go for this undeviating devotion. It's never too late, no matter what is the situation you're in. Arjuna saw the entire astral and physical universes in the shape of the cosmic bodied idol. God. He saw the astral and the causal universes, and of course the physical universe too. Having evolved from the causal universal dreamings of God as Ishvara, that consciousness, our highest body is the causal body of cosmic consciousness, the universal dreamings of God as Ishvara. The supreme being, the absolute, become God the Father of creation. That was what is Ishvara. The absolute supreme being becoming the God of Father of creation. The vision was at once both wondrously sublime and fearfully dreadful. Remember, we talked about that last week. Creation, preservation, and dissolution continuously and successfully roiling, R-O-I-L-I-N-G. They're just going back and forth, right? Merging, kind of just trading places, where there's constant creating going on, preservation. And for the self-centered earthlings, they're going to just hang on to that certainty, even if it's giving them pain. even if it's just destroying their any chances that they might have for any kind of growth in this lifetime, right? So those both wondrously sublime visions and then the fearfully dreadful, for example, the creation, preservation, and dissolution continuously and successfully roiling in the omnipresent blessed light of spirit, just having a blast in the omnipresent blessed light of spirit. The benign, attractive forms within the cosmic idol represent the creative and preservative forces of nature. The gruesome aspects, the devouring of worlds and beings, are expressions of the dissolving power in creation, whereby all dualities, ugly in contrast to the singular infinite purity, are consumed. Like that's the tamas quality that is creating all the ugly things that happen in the duality dream experience, in contrast to the single infinite purity, are consumed. Why are they consumed? Why did God make that evil? Why did he make the dark? Why did he do that? So that they are spumed forth again and again to be transformed ultimately into the divine essence of their origin. So change, as it is coming from the cosmic law, right, is about morphing to a higher existence, morphing to a higher level of consciousness until we are once again the divine essence of our origin. Does this make some sense? Urging Arjuna, the representative devotee. He's our representative devotee because he's representing this ideal devotee that we are striving to be. To take up unreservedly his divine duty. So, urging Arjuna, Christ, Krishna, the Guru, Spirit is urging us, my dears, the representative devotee, to take up unreservedly his and her divine duty in the supernal cosmic workings. The universal Lord exhorts him and says, arise, awake. That's our message this morning. Arise, awake. How do we do that? Little things with great love. Don't have your day be about the next thing. Have it be about this thing with great love. Just that. Leave all the rest of it. You'll have the best day of your life. I swear. Give it a go. Maybe all of you'll be writing me later. I had the best day of my life from doing the little things with great love today and completely bobbing my thought forms back into the head and then cauterizing them with the wisdom of the truthism and then diving into my heart of undying devotion. How's that? All right? How's that? Arise, awake, my agent thou, thy representative agent of spirit, as a child of God, as a daughter and son of God. My agent thou, arise, awake, my agent thou. Oh, this is how I work my plans, Arjuna. The universe through instruments diverse. That's how I do creation. This is how I do creation. You wanted to know about it? Okay, you got a good taste of it. Arising and awaking. Tons of love to you all. Brookie, yay. Lisa, each breath is new beginning. Gorgeous. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. Marty, yay. It's a big hallelujah. Glory, glory. That is a bad neighborhood. Don't go in alone. Some good comments up there. Soul rebels. So, this is how I work my plans, says Krishna to Arjuna. The universe, through instruments diverse. The awakened man and woman no longer feels himself in competition with God. That I think something is wrong here is in competition with God. That this shouldn't be is in competition with God. Anything and everything that you have your little tiny earthling perspective on is in competition with God. But now, understanding, arise, awake, my agent, unreservedly do your divine duty in the supernal cosmic workings. Arise, awake, my agent thou. Oh, this is how I work my plans, the universe, through instruments diverse. The awakened man and woman no longer feels himself in competition with God, but in partnership with your partner, your divine friend. So let's go down to the tavern, as Hafiz says, and knock some down with the friend. We're shaking on a new partnership today. Soul with Guru, Guru with the absolute supreme spirit, right? We have a brand new day, my kids. Children of eternal lightning, Yogananda likes to say. Thank you for joining this morning. It means a ton for every being, every fish and every animal and tree and and fruits blood burgeoning off the trees and life as we know it here on planet Earth, right? It means a whole bunch that you were here holding on to the highest vibe you could hold on to and making that supreme commitment, that making that handshake that you are in partnership with the Guru and with Divine Mother, with Heavenly Father, and with the transcendental absolute. Let's do it Om. Blessings to all of you. I hope you enjoyed the love cast this morning, the download of divinity this morning, we could say, the upload of love this morning, right? Yogananda, Yogananda is alive and well. Oh, thank you, O Great Spirit. With the hunger of ages, we feed upon thy light. And by thy grace and by our constant wakefulness, may this bliss be ours forever and ever, forever and ever. Amen. Namaste. Bliss are us.